Ciao amiche, io sono Mel. Io ho visitato Italia many times as a critico di viaggio per agenzia Expedia. Io sono stato in Venezia, Milano, Pisa, Roma e Capri. I can tell you so molto about each città because è molto bellissima and interessante. But then this video will last per sempre. So I'm gonna summarize it in my top 3. Milano as a numero 1, Roma as a numero 2 e Capri as numero 3. Milano. Il 16 di settembre I was in Milano. What a bellissima città. Io non sono only critico di viaggio. Io sono studentessa of moda business and also a product manager. As a moda lover and this città being a moda capital, I had to visit the Giorgio Armani Collezione. This exhibition showcased 40 anni of moda evoluzione. I split into 3 themes that have inspired the famous designer, which they are called androgynous, ethnicities, and stars. You can also get to know more about the designer and his journey, the inspiration, his perspective, and everything that it's around about late creations. It's definitely a must if you're a moda advocate and you are in this city visiting. Of course, there are also multiple other things to do in Milano, such as Navigli Grande, a bello and picturesque canal, which is known to be as one of the oldest navigable canals in Europa. Along the canal, you can find bars, cafes, restaurants, art galleries, and boutiques. So there's a little bit of everything and depends on your taste and your personality. All of this gives you the feeling of a rilassato waterfront lifestyle. I hope you like that and that's something that you want to do. But if you decide that Milano it's not going to be enough, which I believe it could because it's a city with many attractions and many things to do, you can also visit a città vicina. For example, Cinque Terre, which is a great nature environment. And also there's a beautiful beach. It's like this gives like a homey town, very, very good to get to know the cultura. It's also a perfecto destination if you want to visitare with la tua famiglia. Now, la mia seconda preferita città è Roma. Roma. Il 28 di settembre I was in Roma, in Lazio. A molto romantica città. I can dare say that it's one of my favorite cittàs in the whole world. It's such a romantica città that I went there with il mio fidanzato. Noi love to spend our seras in Trastevere, the most scenic neighborhood of Roma, named after its geographical location, which means on the other side of the river Tiber, Trastevere. That's the meaning. You get it. And that's Trastevere, after the river, of the Roma Old Center. So it's basically his name is spelling the locazione. Trastevere has molto bene cobbled streets, charming piazzas, beautiful chieses, and molto ristorante and vino bars. If you're not a vino persona, then there are also birra bars. So there is an opzione for each one of la tua familia or your interests. If to say buen gustayo, you will love this neighborhood for the amount of trattorias and food options you can find there. There is literally no way you can go wrong. You can pay more, you could have mangiare better, but there's not a bad pasto in Roma. So if you end up choosing this beautiful città, please, per favore, have an Aperol Spritz for me. An Aperol Spritz is un cocktail della colore arancia and known in tutto il mondo como simbolo dell'aperitivo. The ingredients are quite simple. Prosecco, Aperol, soda or acqua minerale gasata, and a feta di arancia. While in Roma, I would like to think that an Aperol a day keeps the doctor away. Lastly, parliamo about Capri. Il mio colore preferito è turquese, because even though io abito in Canada, io sono venezuelana, and that's the colore of our beaches, which is my favorite place to be. So, of course, io vi sogno consigliare Capri. I visited this città il 4 di ottobre, where I fell in love with the views, where you can get from basically all the different spots around the città. Il mio favorito, Villa Laises, which is a beautiful love story. Jacques or Jacques, it's a Francese that he built, an architect, that he built an elegante, lussuoso home to build a life with his Romano lover. A villa surrounded by bellezza. If to say looking for magnificent interiors, gardens, views, this is definitely the place for you. If you enjoy details, if you're detail oriented, if you're organizzato, this is definitely the place to visit. If you like colore, if you like everything that has to do with architecture, it's definitely for you or tua familia or your partner. The entrance to the Villa Laises is one of the most iconic features because it has a grand staircase leading up to a peristyle lined with Ionic columns and topped with the Latin inscription Amori et Dolori Sacrum, chosen by Fersen himself, Jacques Fersen, the Francese, the architecture, to reflect what his life was, marked by the conflict between the love and suffering, since he had to left Parigi to be with his amore italiano without any judgments. When Leigh was living on his in Parigi, he was being judged, and his reputation was being in question just because he was with another, with his lover, and he decided to leave everything behind and just go follow his amore, his dream, and build this beautiful villa where they could live together in peace for the rest of their days, which was exactly what happened. So I believe that's bellissimo. Getting to this magnifica villa is quite challenging because you need to walk 45 minuti on foot uphill. But trust me, this is totally worth it. But as an advice, just be sure to wear comfortable scarpe, because this is gonna be not only for this villa, but for many beautiful spots in Capri, but it's totally worth it, so you should definitely do so if you're aventuroso. If none of these cities have caught your attention, we can talk more about other options in beautiful Italia, such as Venezia, where you can enjoy a Bellini in the restaurante where it was created, or maybe pizza, and visitar el Museo della Cenopie. Options are infinite, and you won't regret it at all. So I'm not gonna keep talking and overwhelm you. Just let me know your thoughts, and a presto! Ci vediamo pronto.